Venezuela's Hugo Chavez melded populist politics, socialism, and his own personality cult with blowtorch rhetoric.
Victoria! Victoria!
He relished being at the center of controversy. Little wonder his friends and foes read the Chavez legacy in stark contrast.
He's made Venezuelans feel proud to be Venezuelan again. And that is something I think that really no other leader has ever done in that country before. In fact, they were doing the opposite.
Well, unfortunately, Chavez came into power in Venezuela promising the people that had been left on the margins and ignored by the political class in that country a new opportunity to participate in the economy, to participate in decision-making in the country. Unfortunately, he's destroyed the economy and centralized all power in his hands, decimated the democratic institutions in the country, and left the Venezuelan democracy in even worse shape. So it's a pretty negative legacy.
Like Guevara, Castro, Allende, and others, Chavez's rhetoric often aimed at the United States or multinational corporations. It invoked the promise of a socialist utopia. But Hugo Chavez had what most other Latin American leftists did not: oil. Venezuela has the largest oil reserves in the world, along with Saudi Arabia. That oil wealth enabled Chavez to offer up free education and health care in his own country. Even cash-strapped Americans in the Bronx enjoyed Chavez's largesse, with free heating oil in the dead of winter. The price of his socialist agenda? Hugo Chavez himself. Term limits were abolished. Even his critics admit he could have gone on winning elections indefinitely. His biggest failure may be his unilateral success, a legacy of one. Before his death, critics said Chavez was leaving Venezuela in the control of narco-traffickers.
Unfortunately, Chavez is already passing power to military folks who really have criminal backgrounds, who, according to the U.S. government, are kingpins involved in narco trafficking.
Well, none of that has ever been proven. I mean, yes, there are accusations out there. The United States government has placed several of high-level Venezuelan officials on their own lists where they say they've been involved in drug trafficking, but they've never presented evidence to back those accusations.
Hugo Chavez himself called Gollinger Venezuela's girlfriend for her staunch support.
We're seeing a Latin America that's much more unified and sovereign and independent than it was a decade ago. And this has to be credited to President Hugo Chavez.
But critics like Noriega say his alliances around the globe paint a different picture.
Well, I don't want to engage in a lot of name-calling. He says he was a Maoist. He supported all of the fascist regimes in Libya and Iran and now in Syria. So he, as they say in Spanish, I can tell you who you are when you tell me who your friends are.
Friends and foes. The Chavez legacy is filled with both. Jim Clancy, CNN.